Hello and welcome to Bob's Scrap Shed. This is my first episode on the channel, and it's a bit of an introduction really. Tell you what I want to, my plans for the channel, and maybe a quick tour around the shed. It's obviously not much, but first of all I just want to mention that I am no expert when it comes to scrap at all, scrap metal. I've been doing it for about 2 years. This is the third year. And all I do is collect the scrap up over the year, and then in the summertime I sell it for spends for the holiday, for the summer holiday. So it's just like a side hustle, a kind of bit of extra money. But over the 2 years, it's got more and more. I'm selling more and more. I'm collecting more and more, and I'm learning more and more. So I thought I'd document this journey really. Of me just trying to push the scrap side of making money, and I thought I'd take whoever wants to watch along with me. So yeah, this is the shed that I've got. It's not fantastic. It's what was here when we moved in. So I've not done anything to it. It's just bodged together with pallets. As you can see, there's foliage going through, there's ivy going through this side here, there's leakage over this side up on the ceiling over here. So it's not fantastic, but luckily scrap doesn't need to be kept dry, especially copper and brass, which don't corrode as easily, and stainless steel and stuff like that. So yeah, what's the plans? So the plan is to maybe break some stuff down. You know, do some videos where I'm breaking certain things down. I've got things like this old circular saw that I thought would be an interesting video for me to take it apart, weigh it all up, you know, all the parts up, and just see what kind of money you can get out of a tool like this, if it's worth it. Because at the moment, time is pretty cheap for me. It's a hobby. Is this scrap, so I'm not too bothered if it takes me a little bit of time, and obviously if it is worth it, which you know, I'll work that out too, then maybe it'll help you guys to think I'm not going to throw it in the iron pile. It's got a nice motor in there, it's got aluminium on here, so yeah, stuff like that. Interesting stuff that I think would be interesting to see scrap down. What I would think would be interesting to watch, because I watch a lot of scrap videos. Yeah, and one of the main places that I don't collect scrap off the street or anything like that. Although there's nothing wrong with that. If I had a car, I don't drive, so I don't have a car, so I can't get. So there's no point in me getting the license to do such a thing. All my scrap comes from external sources, you know, just friends, families, you know, that sort of thing. And I also sell on eBay for a living. That's my job. So I get things in that don't work, that can easily be scrapped out, you know, electronics and stuff like that. Or I sometimes buy brass ornaments or lamps or something like that, and if it's not worth it, they're not selling, then I'll scrap them out. So as you can see, here's an example. I've got like a little brass ornament here that I looked up, and then there's like a brass bell. I've looked them up, they're not worth it, so I'm going to scrap them. And I always keep that in mind when I'm buying things. If I can buy it for cheap enough that it's still worth the scrap value, then I'm happy to do that. But the majority of my scrap comes from my brother's work, who's a kitchen and bathroom fitter, and I help him out every now and again, you know, a few days a week. Sometimes most of the time it's ripping out, so I'll help him rip out the bathrooms and the kitchens and get the scrap from there. So the pipe, the taps, the bath tap, the sink tap or basin tap, and then same with the kitchen. There's obviously wires, lots of wires that come out of electrics and stuff like that come out of kitchens that I managed to get hold of. And I also get a lot of pans, you know, like cooking pots and stuff like that, because obviously the customers throw out all the old pans, put them in the skip, and I collect them up. So I do get a lot of aluminium from that, and blinds and stuff like that. I've got a lot of aluminium blind, you know, like, and tile trims and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I'm just rabbiting on here, but so those are the kind of videos that I thought I'd make as well. You know, like in a bathroom, I might say how much scrap could I get out of this bathroom, and then show you at the end, once I've ripped it all out, how much I've got and how much I'm going to make out of it. Maybe all I'm going to use is like the basic prices that are online. I'm in the UK, obviously. I don't know whether it's obvious to people, but I'm sure I sound like I'm from the UK. Yeah, so I'll just do the scrap. I've lost my trail of thought, so I'll just show you the scrap that I've got from that and how much it's worth, based on what it says online. Because I do have a scrap yard that I go to every year, but like I say, I go every year, so I don't know the ups and downs of how the scrap goes up and down, because I sell at the same time. Maybe when this gets more, you know, gets more intense, you know, if I'm making a decent amount of money out of it, I might up it a bit. Yeah, so then I might be looking more onto the prices. But yeah, I thought those would be a good video to see what I can get out of the actual kitchen or bathroom, for instance. And that's about it really, guys. Let's give you a quick tour of the shed, of what it is. Let's flip you around. So yeah, this is the little works area that I've got. It's nothing special, like I say. I don't know what the shed was used for. Maybe a workshop with these little, this was already here. Up here is where the leak is, as you can see. And yeah, I've got some tools here that I use. Down here is my copper tub, and let's swap hands. That's motors in that box. Over here is stainless steel, so I've got a couple of sinks and some bits and bats of stainless steel. I think there's cutlery in there and some drainer stuff, and this hob, which the top is stainless, but the rest is steel, so that's something to break down and have a go at. Maybe a video made of that. Over here is my brass. So this is my brass stuff. As you can see, it's not like masses of amounts, but it all builds up and it's a nice little chunk at the end of the summer, like I say. Here I've got wire that needs stripping, so that could be a video, interesting video. And then also in this drawer there's a load of stripping wire. In here is my bright wire. I think it is bright copper. That's obviously all this has got to go in, get stripped and go in there. Yeah, over here I've got heavy steel. This is one thing that I didn't do last year, or I've never done before, should I say, is the heavy steel. I don't even know whether UK give you a better price for the heavier steel or short steel or whatever they call it. But I'm collecting the heavier stuff because at least it's worth my time. I don't think I would collect iron, you know, the lighter stuff, unless I just happen to have it when I rip something down or something like that. So yeah, I've got radiators, so I've kept all them. Here's all me tall aluminium stuff, so like blinds, roller blinds and trims, door trims. And then down here I've got pots, aluminium pots and pans and bits from the hobs. And then here is a couple of boxes of tools that I got. I got a load of tools. A lot of them I sold on eBay, which was okay, you know, like vintage stuff. I'm not even showing you them. But there's still some left that are not worth scrapping, but not worth putting on eBay either. So I think I am going to go to a car boot, which is like a flea market, as the Americans would know. So I am going to go to a car boot and sell this sort of stuff and see what I can get. You know, 50 pence a pound per item. I think is more than what I would get for scrap. And then what's left I'll just scrap. As you can see down here, I've got some stuff, some of the tools which are pretty much wrecked. They're too rusty or are broken or whatever. So they've all gone into the scrap already. I'm not even going to try and sell them. And I think that's about it. There's a lot of copper pipe to process. There's lots of nuts and bolts still attached to it, so I need to do all that before I sell it. And then also, one of the main questions, this is why I wanted to do the video in the first place, is to ask you guys some questions, and hopefully there's experts out there who can tell me what's what. But like the this solder here, I don't know if you can see it, this soldering stuff, it's actually got a percentage of lead, but I don't know whether you can sell it as scrap lead. That would be one question that I would ask you guys if you know. And that's about it, guys. So let's put you back and swap you round. Okay, so we're back. So that's about it, guys. Like I said, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you follow me on this journey, and we can learn stuff. Or I can learn stuff, and yeah, I think it'll be fun to document it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Goodbye for now.